Nigerian Anti-Graft Agency (EFCC) said to pick Kogi ex-governor Yahaya Bello for alleged fraud. I'm telling you, this guy had a lot of financial misappropriation in his time as the governor of Kogi State. So I'm sure they have had all his desire. They were just waiting for him to get out of the governor's seat, and then they will pick him up. And so this time around, it's not going to be business as usual. He's out of immunity now. So I don't know how he's going to get himself freed from what is coming before him now. This is a very complex one. Let's get into the details to see the charges that the EFCC has against this Yahaya Bello, ex-governor of Kogi State. It was learned that the commission would invite Yahaya Bello for questioning to account for his 8 years of administration. Oh boy. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, has concluded plans to probe the immediate past Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello for alleged fraud and corrupt practices he was involved in during his 8 years of tenure. So it was learned that the commission would invite Yahaya Bello for questioning to account for his 8 years of administration. Bello's immunity expired after the end of his tenure and reigned in Kogi State as executive governor. Without immunity, Bello may be arrested by the commission for alleged money laundering and financial breaches while serving as Kogi State former governor, according to Daily Times. Sahara reporters had reported how Bello's tenure ended as the youngest governor in Kogi State last Saturday, and he was succeeded by his party man, Usman Ododo. So Justice Nicholas Owebo of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, struck out the commission's suit seeking the forfeiture of 14 properties belonging to Yahaya Bello as well as the sum of 400 million naira linked to the Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, citing his immunity from prosecution under the 1999 Constitution. So the Commission's notice of appeal stated that Justice Owebo erred in law when he dismissed the suit because the respondent's immunity from civil or criminal proceedings during his tenure as governor of Kogi State does not extend to properties reasonably suspected to be proceeds of crime traced to him. So it also stated that the court erred and caused a miscarriage of justice by refusing to bind himself to the Court of Appeals decision in EFCC v. Fíràùðs 2018 and LPELR 44131CA and the Supreme Court's decision in Fáwẹ́mi v. IGP 2002 7 on the proper interpretation of Section 308 of the 1999 Constitution. So the FCC also claimed that the learned trial court erred in law when it overturned a preservation order for properties reasonably suspected to have been derived from the process of illegal activities, despite its findings that the respondent failed to demonstrate the genuine origin of funds used to acquire the properties under the preservation order. So on Wednesday, February 22, 2023, Justice Owebo granted an interim forfeiture of the properties in Lagos, Abuja, and United Arab Emirates, and also ordered the preservation of the sum of 400 million naira, recovered from one Aminu Falala, which is reasonably suspected to have been derived from unlawful activity and intended to be used for the acquisition of plot number 1224 Bishop Oluwole Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. Rotimi Oyedepo's son, counsel to the EFCC, moved the application stating that the properties including hotel apartment community, Burj Khalifa, lying being and situate at plot 160 municipality number 3452 7 7562 Skyview Building, number 1 property, number 401, floor 4, Dubai, UAE, were reasonably suspected to have been derived from illegal activities. So in his verdict, Justice Owibo granted the motion as requested, ordering the commission to publish the interim order in any national newspaper within 14 days and adjourned the case to March 28, 2023. So those are the historical account of the initial arraignment that was to be made against the governor, Yahaya Bello. But then because he was the governor, he had immunity, the case could not move forward. So even though the case was struck out, now the judge or the justice that struck out that case has been blamed that even though he struck out the case against Yahaya Bello, the 14 properties that were traced to him should have been confiscated. But that what happened then was a kind of error in law and miscarriage of justice. But now that in that case, now Yahaya Bello does not have immunity anymore, so he's going to face those charges effective immediately. And wow, for these people, they always have a way. But the truth of the matter is that they should look at Bello well. There are several things that have gone on that Bello that need to be probed. One of them is the palliative for the COVID-19. How did he manage it in Kogi State? Okay, and then another one is when there was a kind of palliative for the flood victims, when there was serious flood, I think that was 2021, that ravaged everywhere when the Cameroon Dam overflowed into Nigeria. Kogi State was one of the states that was battered by that heavy flood, followed by some other southeast state and south state along the Niger Benue River axis. Okay, so now with all of those behaviors about this guy Yahaya Bello with handling of finances of the state, I think EFCC will have more things to hold him for, not just the ones that have been mentioned about the properties both in Lagos, Ikoyi, and Dubai. Okay, not just those properties. Those palliatives for COVID-19 and those palliatives for the flood victims in that state, we need to look into all of that. That is the truth. Otherwise, the case will not be thorough. Let's not be in a position where people will steal 2 billion and you charge them for 100 million and they pay it and you say that discharged and acquitted. Meanwhile, the bigger part of the money is still in their pocket. Okay, for this the reason some Nigerians are saying that corruption is a very lucrative business in Nigeria. I think we just need to make it non-lucrative this time around if we have the balls to do the right thing. So now EFCC is ready to arraign Yahaya Bello again to come and defend himself on how he spent the state money for the 8 years he was in power as a state governor. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.